Hello YouTube, I'm Chief.
And I'm Feora.
And this is the Eclipse Corps.
Hello YouTube, it's me Feora from the Eclipse Corps. Yeah, I'm still getting used to it myself, don't worry. And I'm here to show you guys more of Tiger Knight Empire War. Because you guys seem to like it, and so far you've seen a bit of footage from the Roman Empire, but you haven't really seen much from the other, well, in this case, dynasties. Because in terms of because there's the three kingdoms, the Wei, and then the Shu, and then the Wu. As you see now on screen, that is my character from the Wei, and I'm going to go through the little tabs too with storage. You have a bunch of storage by the time you reach intermediate, and then you have choices between 2 slots. 1 you can have it on foot, and then 2 you can have it on horse, so you can flip back and forth. And for adjutants, if I said that correctly, you have a lot of different choices. Like, you start out with Bo Kai, for example. He has like 130 HP, and then you can buy whoever you want with prestige and copper. And you can go through your barracks, and you have about 8 slots for now. And if you go through upgrades, I just show like the different kinds. Like in the first row, it's mostly pikemen. And then so far I've gotten 5 of the, what was that, 9? And I'm just going through slowly, just pointing them out. And I go down to the next level, which is heavy cavalry and elite cavalry and all that. And it has tiger knights and leopard knights as well, which are kind of historically accurate if I recall. And then the last row, it's mostly your archery, and excluding scout riders to an extent. Archery cavalry, excuse me. So I show you a bit of gameplay, and I tend to go to home and then I go to start so that it doesn't go straight to upgrades. And you have the ability to form a team using the little battle thing, as my cursor's over right now. But I do that with Chief and some of his friends, and now I'm going to go in and play a little bit. The loading screen can take anywhere from a minute to 3 minutes. And at this map, we're playing Redcliffe, which is a ship map. I had to enunciate that because that could say something completely different. Fire and Redcliffe, I kind of like it because it's more compact, although if you fight AI, everyone tends to go mid, except in this case. And the combat tactics, as you see on the screen now, it takes usually 30 seconds. Chief and I usually click it within a few seconds, so right around now is when I skip through it because you don't want to sit through 30 seconds just sitting there. And I forgot to mention this. I apologize for the audio because our capturing software decided not to record this game because of how many tabs open, and it likes to be a little confusing when it gets to multiple tabs. It can record everything on the Xbox One, but when it comes to PC, it decides no, I don't wanna. But I usually just pass by that point because the AI grabs it. Because I was playing with all AI, if you didn't see on the left side of the screen earlier. And I'm just showcasing the pike formation. It takes them a few seconds to get up to it, yeah. And then then when they get up to me, I realize all the AI are to the right. So I'm like, what? Because I can't do right because there's no one there because they're gonna go for your right. So I go right, and then all of a sudden they pop up. I'm like, okay, I'll attack them now. And so I hit F3, which is raid. And really, it's just a bunch of swinging and swinging as the number at the bottom, the little white head, with the number underneath it. That's your troop number. And that number can drop very quickly if you're not careful. So you move around and all that. And I like the way because, yeah, they use pikes, but you actually can stay kind of ranged. So if you're struggling a little bit and your numbers are trying to get inside like they're trying to right now, I don't know why they always do that. You can easily just stick to the outside and just move around and swing at them and still get, like, in this case for me, it was like 20 damage. Yeah, that's what I see. And I think in this case I swung at this group for a couple of minutes, and then I realized the numbers dropping, and I almost hit really low health. I saw 2 generals. I I could have gotten them, but their numbers are too high. If you see the little bars, little X thing, there's like a little bar above that that says how strong their army is. If you can get that bar to half or lower, you can basically kill the general. That's the basic rule of thumb. And what's happening right now on screen, besides First Blood, because I managed to get First Blood, is that both sides, somebody is going for the Marshal. And you can kill the Marshal right away if you want to, but you won't get much EXP for it. I tend to just Rambo it, for lack of a better word, and just go for the middle, in this case for Redcliffe. Again, more swinging, and it's muted because the audio decided not to work, so it's not as entertaining, so you gotta listen to my voice slur for a lot more minutes, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that this point is when I realized that they're starting to push through a little, and I'm probably not gonna make much of a dent. Because everyone is... And then I also realized everyone's beelining it for behind. And that was Chief. I just came into the room. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So I just told them basically to follow me because they were starting to beeline it for all the rogue armies. And I try to go get some health too and try to replenish some of my army to help with the rogue armies as well. When I saw the red dots that are by the little blue helmet were dropping, I turned around with what I had and I made a beeline for, I believe I went to the right to try to get some of the generals, and as you're about to see in a few minutes, that plan didn't quite go the way I thought it would. Because I basically just go for XP, and Chief basically goes for whatever he goes for. I don't know. I think it's usually EXP as well, or Prestige, because stuff can get a little grindy. That's no complaining in this game except the grind, but I can get it because it's a free-to-play game. And a lot of the generals dead to the left that was trying to fight this army, and I didn't realize until right about now, it's like 3 armies. And it's one of the armies was the Romans. I forgot what the word was, but it's the first level intermediate Romans. Yeah, I bit off more than I could chew with this one. So I tried, because with the weapon I had now, I forgot the name of it. It's like a it's not a sickle. It's kind of like an axe thing. I forgot the name, but it does pretty decent damage. And since it's long and everyone in my army has it, the numbers can whittle down. But then once they get on the outside, like I think they are right now, the numbers just drop. Because I had 21 people, and now it just drops to 0 basically for me. In about 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And I'm stubborn when it comes to this game. So even if I'm at 20 health, I still swing. Even though there's like 3 armies, and then 17 health, I go, yeah, I should probably turn around and run. So I double tap W and try to sprint away and let everyone else handle it. Yeah. I went to this point because I thought I'd get something from it, but I realized, it's not worth it. I just go to the supply point, that's to the left of right here. Yeah, right there. Because you can get, cause I saw the number 50, I was like, okay, that'll work. And I thought I could gain a little bit of health and run back, too. And, yeah, me and Chief do this. That command is called a raid, where if you F3 or F3, depending on your computer, you can send your troops to attack, and you can just stand there. It's more useful when you're on a horse, because you don't lose your horse, but if you're like trying to heal and you still want to basically get something, you can just send your troops out to do it. And since my health was so low, I just basically had to stand there for like a solid minute. And I don't like that, having to do that, but I have to because I go too Rambo sometimes. Especially in Redcliffe. When do I start running, actually? Yeah, I think I usually start running when it's 100, but as you see now, the general got killed by the AI. And anyway, this has been Feora from the Eclipse Corps talking about the Wei Empire, the Wei Kingdom, part of old Chinese Empire, or whatever, Chinese dynasty. I'm butchering things now, so I'm just gonna say right now, Eclipse Corps signing out.